Hey guys, welcome to the Bows. So today I wanted to talk about Paddy Pimblett. So Paddy Pimblett obviously came off a good win over a not all that well known of an opponent, but he got the job done. He got the first round finish. He got the rear naked choke. He looked pretty good. He got clipped early, as he usually does. He has a lot of deficiencies on the feet, especially when it comes to his defensive boxing. But nevertheless, he is an interesting prospect, and he's a huge name already, especially on the other side of the world, and it's a guy that a lot of people are looking at and find to be very interesting. I think he's very interesting too, and I want to see him do well, but there's a few things that are going to prevent him from doing that, in my opinion. The skills thing, that'll come, hopefully, as he gets more experience and gets more practice in. He doesn't really slip all that much. He doesn't roll with punches. He doesn't keep a high guard. He keeps his shin in the air, so he's just kind of open to be hit a lot. But that's not really what I wanted to focus on, and I don't think that's going to hold him back more so than this next thing I'm going to talk about. And that's his work ethic outside of fight camp. I'm sure he still trains hard outside of fight camp and stuff, but the whole thing about him letting himself go completely and getting very fat, very quickly no less, when he's not in fight camp is pretty ridiculous. How are you supposed to be an elite pro fighter if that's what you're striving to be, getting fat like that? It doesn't make any sense. Right now, he blew up already 2 weeks after UFC London to 193. It's not really that bad right now. He is a little bloated, but he's still not fat. He's just bloated because he looks like he ate a lot, and he puts on a little bit of weight on his face. But he's not fat yet. He's just a little bloated. And fighters usually blow up right after a fight anyway. But if he lets himself get fat again, like he did after his first fight in the UFC, and he keeps doing that, that's going to be a real issue, and that's going to hold him back, in my opinion. After his first fight in the UFC and that first victory, he got so fat. He was eating like KFC and Popeyes and McDonald's every day and all that stuff, and that's not good, obviously. You're not going to have optimal training eating that stuff, and especially putting on extra body fat like that, you're not going to perform optimally and learn as much as you can and hone in on what you need to be doing better and improving your skills, being that fat and not being that disciplined with your diet. It's one thing to get a little fatter when you're not in fight camp and you're not getting ready for a fight, because it's hard to maintain a super lean body all year round, and that could be detrimental too, because you're not getting enough calories, you're not getting enough recovery because you're not eating enough, and your body's not able to build itself back up again as well as it could be. But he's not like just blowing up from like 7% body fat to like 14. Like, he's going to the extreme. Like, before his training camp for his second fight, he was like probably like 23% body fat at least. He got really fat, and he had like a belly on him, and it was really bad. Probably even more than 23% body fat. He looked just fat, and he didn't look like an athlete. And it's just weird to see a professional athlete completely let himself go like that when he's not in fight camp. So that's one thing that's going to hold him back. I just wanted to make a little video about that and say, like, that's the biggest problem there is, as opposed to like not having world-class striking. That's going to hold him back more than not having those abilities on the feet, is that diet and what he does in the off season, or in between camps, I should say, when he's not getting ready for a fight. You look at other guys that are very popular now and legit prospects, such as Khamzat Chimaev, and look at him. He's not letting himself get fat, and he's busting his ass every day, working super hard, regardless if he's in camp or not. Like I said, this isn't like to bash him or anything like that. I want to see him do really well, because I really like the guy, and his grappling's really nice to watch. He's really good there, and he's got a lot of power, and he can knock dudes out, and we've seen that in Cage Warriors. We've seen that in his first fight in the UFC, and he could be a real star too. But he's not going to get there if he doesn't beat the best guys, and to be able to do that, he's got to be able to improve on the feet as much as he can, and he's got to be able to keep his diet in check and keep his work ethic and discipline in check when he's not in camp. Alright guys, that's all I got today. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know if you disagree with this point. I just think that it's a little excessive how much he lets himself go. Again, it's one thing to get a little fatter and have a cheat meal every now and then and eat out again because you're not getting ready for a fight, but that's not what he's doing. He's taking it to the extreme, eating a ton of fast food and just getting overly fat. Alright guys, till next time, peace.